2.19, a new registry page, a Maxima mechanic, and some weird storyline ordering issues. So, welcome back to People's Zealman's Wizarding World. Right, we're back. 2 weeks in a row. It's a good sign. Had Halloween yesterday. It was great fun. Over 150 kids came to the door. I was naturally dressed as Harry Potter in his older years. We actually had, I think it's about 4 or 5 other Harry Potter characters. One was a Slytherin. One looked exactly like Colin Creevey, which I thought was hilarious. And yeah, he thought it was funny too, so that's quite good. So that was good. Lots of banter on the door, the adults and stuff, and yeah, it's a really nice time. It's a really great neighbourhood for that around here. But alas, we didn't have a Halloween event. But I think stuff is coming. Because, well, they're not going to waste it. That's for sure. The problem... Okay, so the reason why they can't release it until 2.19 rolls out is because of the way apps are developed. So what you do is you have something like Visual Studio or Unreal Engine or whatever they use here, and some sort of version control system. Now, what you do is you kind of compile your changes into a release, and then you fire that release out. Now, the problem is, generally, unless you split the trunks, which I think is very unlikely in this case, they're working on one version. So when they are adding all the bug fixes to 2.19, they also have to put all the new stuff in that they would release for a game, or an event, such as the Halloween event. And it kind of, the two are kind of one, as in when you press release, it releases the code as it is. So if the 2.19 changes aren't finished and are not working properly, if they press to release with the Halloween event, it would also chuck out all the changes they made for 2.19. Unfortunately, it's not quite in the state for it to work properly by the sound of it. So unfortunately, that is why we don't have a Halloween event. Otherwise, you'd end up with 2.19 at the same time. And yeah, that would be bad from what we hear about the current situation of it. So yes, that's the reason. So yes, there have been a number of delays of 2.19. But what do you expect when you don't actually quality control anything for months and months on end? And you finally start looking at bugs, and then you realise you have much more than you realise. Realise. Anyway, we have a new registry page coming as well. We have the Horcruxes. So they come from Fortress encounters. So we have no idea what chambers they're going to be. It's a challenge registry, so it doesn't matter what runestone you use, but it does matter what chambers you use. We don't know what that is yet, because obviously it's going to come out with 2.19. So we don't really know yet what's going on there. Or at least the back information is going to come down with 2.19. It might not be actually turned on. So yes, we don't know what's going on quite there yet. Taskforce Times.news does have a registry updated though. So if you check out Taskforce Times.news and go to the registry info, you'll be able to see the Horcruxes there under challenges. Also all the backstory that goes with them and the blurb text, which is not available for the NDA group because, well, if it was, they were not allowed to tell you anyway. So there you go. If you want to read the blurbs and stuff that go with the Horcruxes, that's there. For example, we have young Harry Potter in a H sweater. So return location is Gryffindor common room. After he killed James and Lily Potter, Lord Voldemort attempted to murder the infant Harry Potter. The killing curse backfired, and a part of Voldemort's soul latched onto Harry's, accidentally creating Voldemort's 7th Horcrux. So that's what you can kind of find on there. Also, it will give you the chamber information when it's released. So I suggest you bookmark that, and then when it's kind of turned on in game, then you can just quickly look at Taskforce Times.news. You give a bit of time to actually fill it in, and yeah, you'll be able to see what chambers you require. Saves you having to flick through them all, because that's a bit of a pain. It's not really ideal in game. So also we have the Maxima mechanic. So yes, I teased this ahead of time in a Lethal Adversaries trailer, but of course I was using data mined info, so you never really quite tell until it's released. But it's right. Well, they've been working on it for quite a while, so we're quite confident it was going to be right, and it was very near release time. So odds are we were right. So basically the way this works is as you are in combat, actions you take such as attacking, defending, consuming potions will slowly build up your Maxima bar. If you've ever played The Witcher, you'll find that every time you strike someone, you get kind of this like bar build up, and you can kind of do a critical hit. Similar sort of thing, really. So once it hits its full capacity, you actually aim the recule at the star at the top of the meter instead of the actual foe, I believe. And that will cast the Maxima spell. So that's cool. How much damage it does, we don't know. We'll soon find out, I guess. There's a lot we don't know, actually. So we're not quite sure how it interacts with Witch Sharpening Potion, for example. Witch Sharpening Potion obviously adds X amount to your percentage boost to your base attack. I assume it's going to stay. I assume it's still going to stay the same. I don't think it's going to be X% on your standard attack plus the Maxima. As well, I guess it won't. I assume it won't, because it doesn't at the moment. So that'll be a fun new mechanic to come out. I think it'd be quite essential when we start getting the lethal adversaries. And I think also healing potions might come into more effect with the lethal adversaries as well. And that's kind of it for the news. And now, time for event reviews. Okay, so our first event review, well, the only one is the Spotlight event, which is kind of the same Spotlight event we had earlier. And that was extended until today at 6 PM UTC. Now, we have to remember that most of us, apart from the United States, have had our clocks go back. So it will be 6 PM for me instead of 7 PM. So I have to remember that the Brilliant event starts an hour earlier for me, up until, I think, it's end of the week, where America's clocks change, and then we'll go back to 7 PM in the UK and most of Europe. Anyway, during this event, I got some decent gold gifts. Finally, my gold gift drought has come to an end. I have a sneaky suspicion, completely unfounded, of course, that everyone's been complaining about having a gold gift dry spell, and all of a sudden, we're getting gold gifts again. So maybe it got broke, and they fixed it, and then didn't tell anybody because, well, it's embarrassing enough to be a developer at WB. Don't start admitting to other things that people may not have noticed. So yeah, anyway, I'm glad I got my gold gifts back, so that's good. I mainly used the time to brew potent Extremolos ready for lethal adversaries. I did some of the event. I got a few gold gifts. I got kind of bored doing it. And I got on my life right now. Also got a new hobby. So archery is my hobby now. So that's kind of concentrating a lot on that. So that's quite fun. But yeah, brewing potions. That's what I've been doing a lot of. And I probably suggest you do the same as well. So now for coming up this week. I'll go through this quite quickly. So coming up this week. 2.19. Maybe. Possibly coming up this week. So the long-awaited fix for Adventure Sync on Android. The spell energy gifts. And whatever else they managed to squeeze in. Maybe the Fortress crash when you tap on the screen during a potions animation. That'd be a nice one to get in there. It does feel like they're doing a lot of fixes. It just kind of feels that way, the way they're responding and the delays. I don't know, I think there might be a lot in there. I kind of hope there is a lot in there. Unless the delays, the fact they've broken more stuff than they fixed. Because it was a while ago, they said that, oh, we've done the Adventure Sync problem, that's ready to go. We're just doing some more easy stuff. And then it got complicated. So, yeah, not quite sure what they're fixing. Hopefully it's a lot. We also have Burning Tape Part 2, which will be starting soon after this video, and the next video I'm going to record. This was a bit of a surprise for me. Now, you may have heard me saying that in order for the story to make sense, you have to have the 2 lethal adversary events out before this one. If you wish to see why I said that, then you will need to watch the storyline video, which is coming up just after this one, or maybe before, depends how I feel. There are major spoilers involved in order to explain the reason why I thought this. Yes, so that's the next video. Will explain the reason why I thought that lethal adversaries have to come first. So, if you enjoyed this one, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos like this and story spoilers, etc., etc. Good luck with the Brilliant Event Part 2. I suggest you concentrate on the storyline for this one because it's actually pretty cool. mainly the end dialogue. But yes, it is a massive reveal, and I can't wait to see Expecto Go and Annette's reactions to it. I think this will be quite funny. So until next time, brush up on your spells, keep ones ready, tonight.